Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a good week here. I wore something this week that I really like. And it's 1 million cologne. I mean, yeah, it's the box. That's the bottle. It's my favorite 1 million bottle. I like the kind of silver at the back of it. I don't know, gold, silver type thing, and the see-throughness. Don't mind the mutt if you hear her panting. We were out for a walk, pretty long walk, and she's out of breath now. She's old. But yeah. Love this bottle. I think it's the nicest one of the bunch. Just my opinion, but let me see if I can get a better look of it. Really like this bottle. Let's get into it. They call it a woody spicy. I wouldn't call that. More of a floral. It's pretty rosy. Its notes are C notes, citrus fruits, mandarin orange, cardamom on the top. Mid is rose, juniper, and juniper berries. Base is tonka, leather, and patchouli. It's weird. This is a weird one for me to review for a couple reasons. First off, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of rose. It's not my favorite smell. Especially when they combine it with oud. Smells like old lady perfume. But rose in general is not my most favorite of smells. But I really like it in this one. Because it's not too... It's rosy. You know, rosy. It's definitely rose. You know it's rose from the start. As soon as you spray it on, too. I mean, this is basically any other note is playing second fiddle to that rose through the whole life of the scent. You know, it's not a real, it's not an overly feminine rose. You know, the rose is a masculine rose. May your first son be a masculine child. Or may your first child be a masculine child. Godfather. No, it's rose, so it can be man or woman. It's definitely unisex in that regard. Yeah, I don't find it leans one way or the other. It's pretty much right down the middle. As far as I mean, it's classified as a man scent, but a woman could wear it perfectly fine. Wouldn't bat an eyelash at it. I mean, but what I'm saying is weird because I don't like rose. I'm not the biggest aquatic fan. I'm not the biggest citrus fan. I like more darker, heavier, whatever the word you want to call it, scents. You guys know that. I like the older school, more masculine scents. So this has pretty much got everything, and it's got that bubblegum sweetness that I'm not a big fan of. So you think I would hate this, but that rose, and you know, you pick up a little bit of the cardamom, some of the, it's fresh, the C notes and the citruses. I mean, it's weird. It's definitely not a scent for everybody. Nothing smells quite like it. It's definitely different. You know, like I said, the second thing is it's kind of a 50-50% thing with people. They either love it or hate it. There's no in between. I've heard people say they get bad performance from it. I've heard people say they get like an animalic funk. I don't know where that would be coming from. Maybe the patchouli in it's a little funky for them. Maybe they're picking up on that. Maybe they're just not used to rose. Just usually rose hidden amongst other things like oud, which you really would get a funk from. So maybe they're associating that rose smell with that oud smell and getting a bit in their head, you know, like, oh, it's funk, like fucking rose and oud. It's not funky at all, not on me. There's no animalistic vibe or anything. It's pretty much rose from start to finish. And it's a powdery, not, like, rose can be very loud. This isn't a very loud rose. It's a dominant rose. It's there. It's the first thing you smell and the last thing you smell with the cologne, but It's not overly feminine. Like I said, it's not overly floral. It's more just the powdery kind of rose. You get the smell of the rose, but it's not, gives you a powdery vibe. I'm trying to explain it. I can't. Like I said, it's so hard to explain this one. And the C notes that you get in it, think more of a light sea breeze than smelling like salty water. You know, it's kind of what it is. Almost like you're standing on the side of the ocean in front of a bush of wild roses, drinking a tea, cardamom. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this, like tea vibe. Drinking a tea, and the wind comes in off the ocean, a light breeze through that rose bush as you're just about to sip your tea, and it hits you in the nose. That's kind of the vibe. Oh, and there's a kid eating cotton candy, and another kid next to you blowing bubble gum. That's kind of the vibe you get from it. I mean, it's just dream it. Put yourself there, people. Ooh, that's cotton candy. Yeah. I mean, yes, I mean, that's really it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's sweet. It's powdery rose. Some light sea breeze notes. That would be the citrus and the aquatic notes, the sea notes. I don't know where that abundance of sweetness is coming from. Maybe it's from the citrus fruits. Maybe they're using really sweet citrus fruit. And I get hit with a little bit of cardamom, giving it a bit of a tea vibe to me. And that's pretty much start to finish. Now, towards I don't pick up any juniper berries. Some people do. That's the sharpness in it. A lot of people get sharpness. They think it's aldehydes. It's more of the juniper berry. There's not really any aldehydes in this. It's that juniper berry giving it a sharpness. I could see that because it is pretty right off the top. Smacks you in the face, but I don't pick up too much sharpness. But as it dries down, a little bit of tonka, not much. More, a little bit of leather, not much. A little bit of patchouli, not much. It's still mostly just rose. Sweet. Rose. I mean, it's weird. It's weird for a designer to do that too. Especially Paco Rabanne. Just Dr. Pepper. Because Paco Rabanne tends to, the last 20 years or so, play it really safe and release pretty much the same thing over and over again and call it something different. Let's just make the sweetest thing we can, and there you go. So while this is sweet, a lot of people get an Invictus Aqua vibe from it. And again, I could see that. It's definitely got that sweet, aquatic, sea note kind of thing going on. But I keep coming back to him, back. It's that rose, that powdery, floral rose that is done, to my nose, perfectly. It's not too feminine. It's not too loud. It's not too garden rosy. Yeah. Performance, like I said, some people, this is hit or miss, and I'm not doubting anybody. Some people say the performance is, not really bad, but okay. From 5 or 6 hours out of it, and, projection is no good. I don't know what they're spraying on, because the projection on this son of a bitch is monstrous on me. I'm talking beast mode for a couple solid hours. It is out there, especially if I overspray, which I have done. When I first got it, I figured, it's going to be a lighter version. It's a cologne. At first I thought it was a cologne, and it's not. It's an EDT. So I, and I stung out my ex from the room I was in. She made me go shower. So on me, it's a beast performer. Longevity, I'm getting 8 or 9 hours out of it. I don't know the people that don't like it, because everybody I only wore it a couple times this week, because I was just kind of not in the mood to really wear anything particular. And most people liked it. Actually, nobody disliked it. I mean, nobody went head over heels over it either, but Most people, oh, I like that. It's nice. It's nice. So, I mean, for me, it's a compliment getter. It's a performer. And I like it. So it's kind of a triple threat. Now I heard it's discontinued. I don't know. Last time I checked, it wasn't on any of the stores I go to recently, and it wasn't on any of the discounters. So I'm guessing it probably is, which means price is probably either has gone up or is going to shoot up, especially for a 1 million, because there's going to be people out there, you know, weirdos like us that want the whole 1 million line, or they want the whole Invictus line, or they want the whole Polo line, or they want the whole fucking Spice Bomb line. I mean, yeah. So those people are probably going to pay through the roof for it in a few years, couple years. And maybe not. I don't know. It just depends. I don't think a lot of them were sold, so probably going to be something that's going to be expensive in the future. I'm just guessing. I'm no expert, but I'm guessing this is something that's probably going to run you. I mean, I picked it up for 20 bucks a couple of years ago, but I don't think you're going to pick it up for that price now. I think now it's probably going closer to $40, $50, $60 right now. And I think that price is just going to go up because it is discontinued. And crazy motherfuckers out there will spend crazy motherfucking money for discontinued stuff if they really want it and they want to complete a collection or whatever. So just if you find it for a relatively good price, I'd pick it up now. Even if you don't like it, you'll probably be able to sell it for twice as much in a year or two. 3 or 4 times as much, really. So... but I like it. I got an extra bottle, so I'm good. That's it, guys. It works for me. It's definitely different, and I can see why some people wouldn't like this one. I really can. That makes perfect sense to me. It's different enough that... but if you're looking for something different, but still... I would say different, but still kind of safe, this could be a one for you. And I'm sorry if I already reviewed it. I might have. I've got so many... I can't remember everything I've done, and I'm not going back and look. So if I re-review something, I'm sorry, deal with it. Plus, probably if I do re-review it, my point of view on it has probably changed some. So, because that happens too. So yeah, that's it, guys. Anyway, peace, love, be good to each other.